there's the bell to start the round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That left hook missed. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They've elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. The straight right just misses. This is the type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
A perfect counter lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Beautiful counter shot. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. They ring the bell, and here we go. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? That right jab just misses. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. They exchange punches. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Do you believe what we're seeing? It's bombs away. And he wasn't ready for that counter. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Good counter punching. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Should we be surprised if these two fighters go the distance tonight, considering how much they've emphasized their physical fitness? Swing and a miss with the hook. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Well done with that counter shot. That counter shot lands. Missing with the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Well done with that counter shot. Swing and a miss with that left hook. How about that time counter shot? Good counter punch. Straight right just misses. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a box. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that? And there's the bell to start the round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nope, that uppercut does not score. Can you believe this? Joe Calzaghe in some serious trouble. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. This is a high-octane battle. Straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Good counter punching. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
They ring the bell, and here we go. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punch. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Nice counter shot. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Pretty close fight here in this round. They better start respecting each other's punching power.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. Just misses with that uppercut. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Perfect counter lands. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. These two were made for each other. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? And he scores with the counter. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of...
And he caught George Groves big there. Settled back in, but needs to play some defense.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
the weary. A perfect counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes. And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Can't land the jab there. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Jab does not score. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down. George grows, stumbling backwards. Apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead he's in there throwing bombs again.
What cuts?
George grows. He's seeing stars. Survived the storm. He's throwing punches again.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do?
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. They exchange punches. Has to be careful. Talking about Calzaghe in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond. They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Forcing him to cover up. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Oh, and Joe Calzaghe just took a heavy shot. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
And now they're trying to get into their opponent's head. Shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. A perfect counter shot. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. There's a counter shot. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catch you.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back, and they figure out the combination to this save.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Incredible work rate. He threw a punch and just got countered. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Catch and shoot. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Nice counter. Pride of Wales in some real trouble. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. As bad as boxing judging, we're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
That counter punch caught him clean. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Calzaghe just got rocked. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything.
And this might be the beginning of the end for Joe Calzaghe. He settled back in, but needs to play some defense.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
Well done with that counter shot. And he caught George Groves big there. George Groves finally crumbles to the canvas. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Let's talk about Groves in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial. And there's the bell to start the round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Punches coming from every angle. Nice counter punch right up the middle. I believe this, Joe Calzaghe in some serious trouble. He was in big trouble there, but looks like he's recovered.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you... George Groves stumbling backwards. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two as he weathered the storm.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it.
George Groves, he's seeing stars. He couldn't take it anymore, and down goes St. George. I don't care how good your chin is, a punch like that, and you're going down.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.